Seduction isn't what most people think it is. It's not a pickup line or a list of steps to follow. It's not a performance. Seduction is far more subtle and far more human than that. It's not about pretending to be someone else. It's about revealing parts of yourself in just the right dose, at the right moment. The real kind of seduction starts with emotional intimacy, and most people are craving it, even if they don't realize it. Here's the thing, seduction works best when it's slow. And that's exactly why most people miss it. We live in a fast world. Fast swipes, fast replies, fast hookups. But emotional intimacy doesn't grow in speed, it grows in stillness. It's in the spaces between words. It's in the glances that last a little too long. It's in the pauses where nothing is said, but everything is felt. That's where real seduction begins. For women, seduction often starts in the mind. It's emotional. It's energetic. It's about how a man carries himself, how grounded he feels, how he listens, how he makes her feel without even touching her. A woman doesn't just fall for what a man says, she falls for how she feels around him. Does she feel safe? Seen? Challenged in just the right way? If the answer is yes, she's already halfway in. Men, on the other hand, are often drawn to physical cues first, but that doesn't mean they're superficial. A man might be hooked by beauty, but he's haunted by a woman who makes him feel emotionally alive. The right kind of woman touches a part of him he didn't even know was numb. She might say very little, but the way she looks at him, like she sees past his armor, that sticks. That's intimacy. And it's addictive. The real magnetism isn't about being perfect. It's about contrast. A woman who's bold but soft. A man who's strong but vulnerable. That contrast, that unexpected depth, is what catches people off guard. We're not drawn to people who make perfect sense. We're drawn to the ones who surprise us emotionally. The ones who have layers we can't immediately define. You know what's truly seductive? Presence. Most people are so distracted, so in their heads, they barely notice anything. But the moment you meet someone who's fully there, who looks you in the eyes, who listens without trying to jump in, who isn't performing, that's magnetic. That's intimacy. And it's rare. Real presence feels like a mirror. You don't just see them, you start seeing yourself differently in their presence. A lot of people make the mistake of trying to impress. They think seduction is about convincing someone to like them. But that energy? It's needy. And neediness kills intimacy. Real seduction is never about convincing, it's about inviting. You're not chasing them, you're letting them come closer by making it safe, mysterious, and honest. That's the secret. You don't push. You pull, with silence, with depth, with clarity. Another overlooked truth, emotional intimacy doesn't come from talking endlessly about your feelings. It comes from feeling safe enough to be real. When someone senses you aren't judging them, they open up without even realizing it. And once they do, that bond deepens fast. You don't need to overshare or say everything. Sometimes just sitting with someone in silence can say more than 1,000 clever lines ever could. The most seductive connections often have tension. Not conflict, but a kind of emotional stretch. You don't give everything away too soon. You reveal yourself slowly, like a great story unfolding. That keeps the other person emotionally engaged. It makes them curious. That curiosity is the heartbeat of seduction. When you can't stop wondering, what's next? You're already hooked. Men and women alike crave emotional impact. Not small talk. Not shallow compliments. But moments that hit deep. Maybe it's something they've never heard before. Maybe it's someone finally asking them the right question. Or maybe it's the feeling of being understood without needing to explain themselves. That kind of connection? That sticks. It lingers. It stays in the body long after the moment ends. Here's what most people don't realize. Seduction and emotional intimacy both require courage. The courage to slow down. The courage to risk vulnerability. The courage to not be liked by everyone. The people who seduce deeply aren't the loudest or flashiest. They're the ones who are real. They've done the inner work. They're not playing a part. And that's why when they speak, you lean in closer. So if you want to understand the real dynamics of seduction and emotional intimacy, forget the tricks. Forget the fake confidence. Start by paying attention. Be curious. Be calm. Be honest. Watch what happens when you stop trying to impress and start inviting people into your world. The more comfortable you are in your own skin, the more magnetic you become. Because ultimately, seduction isn't about what you do to others. It's about who you allow yourself to be,